fellow Malawians. We presently find ourselves in one of the darkest hours in our nation's history.
Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera has declared a state of disaster in an address to the nation delivered hours after 2 cabinet ministers died from COVID-19 amid a spike in coronavirus infections. The Malawian government confirmed that Transport Minister Sidik Maya and Local Government Minister Linksin Berekenyama both succumbed to the virus in the early hours of Tuesday after a long-term battle.
COVID-19's crusade of death claimed the lives of 2 high-ranking government officials, Honorables Linksin Berekenyama and Muhammad Sidik Maya, who were serving in my cabinet as ministers of local government and transport, respectively. We all feel this as an incalculable loss, and our grief and devastation in the wake of these deaths cannot be measured.
The country's president has since declared a 3-day period of mourning, and he has directed that all national flags across the country should fly at half-mast in respect of the government officials and citizens that the country has lost to the pandemic. The Malawi leader has also directed ministries of health, homeland security, education, civil education, local government and justice to work together with the Vice President Salos Chilima to consider amendment of the country's COVID-19 guidelines.
I have called for an emergency meeting of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, which has thus far done a commendable job of providing expert guidance on our fight against the spread of this virus. The emergency meeting will explore additional measures to be effective immediately in view of my declaration of a state of national disaster across the country. Additionally, that meeting will establish a method for measuring and declaring the shifting severity of the pandemic by the use of numerical levels with preventative and curative measures stipulated for each level to guide public awareness and behavior. I want to assure you, everyone, that the full weight and authority of my office will be brought to bear on the task force interventions and regular public updates on what has been done, what is being done, and what is yet to be done in our fight against this invisible enemy. This task force has my full support and participation, and I expect that it will have the full cooperation of all citizens.
Schools and all learning institutions are open in Malawi despite confirmed cases of COVID-19 being reported in some of the institutions and universities. Meanwhile, the president has called for more assistance from the international community, relevant UN agencies, non-governmental organizations, and the private sector for uncommon contributions towards the resources needed to meet the present challenges posed by the pandemic. Over 9,000 cases have been recorded in Malawi since April 2020, and over 2,000 of these cases have been reported in the month of January alone. Kamil Sadiq reporting for CBA TV.